annoying.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age,
Yeah.
with Backstreet being back.
Look at these little idiots guys in back here.
And deadlier this time around.
So the guys running down in the back do actually shoot at you?
Well, I imagine so, eventually.
Like, you can see the little bullets that come down. You can shoot them, though. Meh.
Oh, we both ran into the guy. Yeah, the minecart, like, the closer they get to the screen is the more likely they're going to be the ones that are just, like... the ones that just hit you with a wrench or something.
God dang it, I just got that power-up. I did it! I threw dynamite by accident. So these guys, you see them come down on minecarts. It's kind of neat. The ones that come closer in... The ones that come closer in try to hit you with something. And you can, like, you have to melee them. Which smacks them, and then their minecart just goes flying back into the background.
I don't even think they die. I think their minecart just goes flying
They
back.
just go whoosh back. The ones that come a little bit further back throw dynamite at you. I love these guys. Look at them. They're great.
I don't even think they do anything. I think they're just on the cart and...
They throw dynamite at you sometimes. Not all the time, but
Oh, I
sometimes.
see that.
Like, they're just great. Look at them.
Sorry, you said they throw dynamite sometimes, and my first thought was like... You mean like the cultists from Blood?
Yes. If by sometimes you mean constantly.
Oh, that depends on the difficulty
That's
you
true.
choose.
That's true.
If you're on the Punish Me Daddy difficulty, then we're talking about dynamite out the yin yang, so...
They friggin' hit scan their dynamite.
I
No, not hit scan. I'm thinking about the chain gunners in friggin' Doom.
I would be very upset if somebody decided to go like, I'm gonna have explosive enemies, but they're hit scans. It's like, why are you evil, John Romero? Specifically John Romero, because every time I hear something design-wise about him, I go like, oh, him and me are on the same wavelength. How can I make the player hate me after so long?
You can kind of ignore the turrets that come down.
What's that? You have an electrical gun? How about you have water levels that if you use the electrical gun and it insta-kills you? Oh, John, you and I think the same way.
Yeah, you can kind of ignore the turrets in the previous fight. Just focus on the boss. Dang it, just got out of that. I don't actually think hitting a button helps at all in getting out of that faster. Maybe it does.
Sure makes me feel better.
It makes me feel better, though.
Oh, did you see those two guys that did One Piece poses?
Oh, what the heck?
For the Olympics?
No, I didn't.
I sent something in the one chat, and like one guy does Luffy's second gear thing, and another guy does Frankie's old super pose.
I hate this boss so much.
And they both went on to win gold medals.
I hate this boss, specifically because he puts his arms up in front of him. All the mechanics I can handle, but like there's just this whole time.
It still felt like he was taking enough damage to not warrant. Because I get the whole point, he's covering up the green spot, which is his weak point, but it's like, it looked like he still took damage enough to where it's like, maybe it was chip damage, but...
I suppose it's also a tell for when he's going to do his lasso, because he does his lasso as soon as he opens up. The armored train. So the boss of this level is kind of one of the most annoying bosses in the game. You cannot kill the horses. They are not real horses. Do not feel bad if you have to kill them. But you cannot.
Alright, Vampire Hunter D, calm yourself.
It's a mechanical horse. I got a shotgun.
What was the in-lore reason for that? It's like all horses basically just went extinct, but...
Probably.
Wait, you
That or
told
they
me.
can just mechanically engineer ones that are better.
You were the one who told me about this. Like,
Yeah,
it was-
I remember they were mechanical horses. They friggin' built them, but I do not remember the lore. It's been so long since I've looked into anything involving Vampire Hunter D.
Because it's like, it's...
Alright, turret
It's-
goes first.
This, or I'm thinking it was either Vampire Hunter D, or I'm thinking Trigun.
Trigun did not have...
No, Trigun didn't have horses. They had those weird, like, ostrich things, didn't they?
Yeah. What did they call them? It was something like a Joey or...
I think it was a Joey.
Meh. Kill that guy before he makes his way to the back of the train.
I'm working on it.
Okay, we got him. If he gets to the back, then he kind of stands there and does a hula hoop and occasionally throws lassos at you. Mostly just annoying and hilarious as an enemy. He's not actually a threat.
I like how the boxes are getting bullet holes while I'm throwing bombs at them.
Shrapnel.
Oh, well, yeah, you got me on that one.
Never mind the actual force of the explosion. Yeah, if you focus on that, I'll take out the dudes.
I always did like those kind of like Trigun and Vampire Hunter D, where they have the
that weird like future western.
No, well, not necessarily future western, more like futuresque, but yet somehow we've gone back a couple decades or something. Like Vampire Hunter D was like Victorian age, but it was also like 10,000 years in the future or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's Vampire Hunter D is weird because it's like it's Victorian, it's Old West, and it's future tech, and it's vampires.
Where Trigun was more like...
You can ignore literally everything but the boss.
Trigun was more...
Oh, don't get hit by these, I guess.
Well, yeah, there's that. You can ignore everything but the bullets. Trigun was more like...
I remember killing the boss before... I don't know what. I just remember killing that boss before his hits even got me. Okay, so this guy flies back and forth and is generally annoying, and I can just murder the heck out of him.
Oh, you hit your
because I
Vulcan
hit
mode.
my thing, and I can do that!
I don't know how you power up to that eventually.
I don't know. Okay, so, this guy is heckin' annoying because he's really hard to hit.
I lassoed him, so...
But if you want to do a lot of damage, when he flies off, wait for him to come down and then whack him. He'll come down on the left or right side of the screen, so you kind of just both have to be ready for whatever side he shows up on. But, like, if you want to just wreck him, whack him, it does a stupid amount of damage.
Anyway, the thing...
Trying to shoot him his butts, because he's a tiny target, you can't kill him that way.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing...
Final level.
The thing with Trigun... Oh, we're doing Final Fight now.
Cool.
I get Hagar. Now, the thing with Trigun was, like, you think it's that idea, but then it's like, oh, it's a different planet, and also, like, spaceships and whatnot. And then you're kind of like, what?
So if you stand on the far left or right side of the screen, these guys almost can't hurt you.
Not that it deters from Trigun, obviously.
They have one attack that can hurt you when you're on that far edge of the screen, and they very rarely do it.
He says while he's staining Nicholas D. Wolfwood. I don't even know what that is. Just, it's something the kids say.
Yeah, I don't know. I always took it to be like standing by.
I guess that's the only thing I can see it as. So other than that, it's like kids are ridiculous in your words.
With your newfangled hipster talk,
slangish words that I don't understand, dude.
Get off my lawn.
I want to be young again.
Oh, what was that? What was that thing the guy said? I used to be with it.
Grandpa.
But then they changed what it was.
And now...
And now what it is strange and unusual to me.
It'll
happen to you.
Yeah, I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. And what I was with it isn't cool anymore. It'll happen to you. No way, man. We'll always be cool. Always, always.
Oh.
Yeah, that Simpsons bit hits a lot harder than you think it does nowadays.
The older you get, I think especially us, because we are in a medium where we're still kind of interacting and involved with the youngsters these days. Because, like, the target demographic of people playing video games is teenagers.
I mean, they say that, but that's lies. Lies and slander.
mean, I'll also watch video games and, on occasion, cute anime girls.
Anime
You don't
less and
grow.
less
You don't
for
grow
me,
out of that.
Oh, these things.
Meh. Yeah, but I think it's especially for us because, jeez, stop it. I think especially for us.
Woo!
Heck yeah, get him. Because of that, we're all the more aware at any given time of just what exactly we're not with. When, like, if you go out and just do, like, you grow old like a normal person.
But keep in mind, we're at the weird point where we grew up with the internet being a thing now, while kids today are like always have had the internet. They've always had this stuff.
Yeah, we
And
grow
that's
up
a
as
major
the internet
difference.
became a thing.
Like, it was always a thing when we were younger,
Okay,
but
so
it was
I'm gonna
just
blow this thing up because I don't want to get shot by it.
it was just one of those, like, you know, we grew up with it. Like, computers were becoming a bigger thing when we were younger, and kids.
Okay, when this guy goes, he's gonna come in on our level.
Yeah,
No, he's
I
not.
just punched him back
Oh, yeah.
up there.
Yeah, he comes in on our level, and you have to knock him back into the background, which I think is hilarious.
I love that. Anyway, old man ramblings aside would shoot a guy up for his money.
Heck yeah! Take out Gold Roger. I mean, don't tell me he doesn't look like it.
He's got the red coat, but that's all I'm gonna give you.
Got a pretty rockin' mustache too. Beard.
Yeah, but Gold Roger was a likable character.
That's true.
The turret's up on your side, by the way. Up, he's coming
Yeah,
down.
I tried. I want to take out that turret again, but everything is trying to shoot at me.
Fine, I'll do that.
There, I got it. Away he goes.
Oh yeah, punched him to death.
That punch does a lot of damage.
Just like any good woman should do to a man.
Especially one that's being that big a jerk.
Beaten by a slip of a girl. Excuse you, 2 women came in and kicked your butt.
Really? We're just gonna Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that thing?
Well, I mean, we tied him up. Have to keep in mind, in the first issue of the Turtles
Blasting
comic,
off again.
life. Oh god, do we have to sit through this whole thing?
Yes. And it's very slow. For the record, I'm not going to be able to show you the end credits myself, so I'm going to have to splice in the end credits from, like, a long play or something of this game, because quick calculation tells me it's going to take, and I am not exaggerating, approximately 40 years for our score to tally down all the way.
Can you not just press a button to make it go faster?
No, you can't. So, we can give our end thoughts now, I guess. But yeah, this is Wild Guns Reloaded. I apologize that I had to do this to the game.
Can you press the button to make that go away, or
I can keep... No, I don't think I can.
can't press the value thing again?
No, because I don't think that value is the same value as... Yeah, because that value is not actually changing alongside our lives. So that's something else entirely.
Just made it 300 lives, it would have been perfectly fine.
I can't pick and choose, okay? It's a random number from 0 to 8 billion.
Anyway, I like the game. It's very fun.
Yes.
I would definitely like it if they had done something more manageable with the multiplayer, but that's like a gripe that's 4 years old at this point, and I don't think they're going to come back and change it unless they like re-release it. So.
Yeah, honest to goodness, I feel like all that in order to praise this game without end, all I would like is continues in multiplayer.
Yes.
And difficulty selection in multiplayer. That's really it, and that would solve
I would also like
every
them to
concern.
bump up the lives, because 3 lives for characters who are down in one shot for like multiple people is kind of annoying.
I feel like if you have infinite continues, that doesn't bother me too much. The fact that we share lives, I'm kind of at a give and take on. simply because you are not of one mind, it ends up being a statistical disadvantage to share lives. But I also understand the nature of half as many lives because you're dealing with half the screen.
Yeah.
Effectively. So, like, I get that. And if we had infinite continues, which when you continue, you start the stage that you're currently on over again, I can get behind that. Honestly, I feel like just give us continues and difficulty select for multiplayer, and I can praise the game without end.
Well, it's not like that. Do they do multiplayer leaderboards?
I think they do.
Okay, that might be.
Which also means the score will never be on the leaderboards, which I'm fine with, honestly. I don't want to put a cheated score on the leaderboards.
I wouldn't either.
Not that our gameplay by itself would give us a score that is actually anywhere near reasonable, but that life bonus probably would, so for the best. So, with that said, actually, you know what? I think we can still manage to show you the two extra levels.